all that being put aside, Tower God, let's just get into it. Season 3, 208. Last time we had our boy just get beat on, right? He just got beat on and beat on and beat on and beat on. He got beat on. And I'm split because I love my boy, but I don't want him to put my hands on Dumas. I'm split. So I am split. I want Dumas to not get roughed up by Bomb, but I don't want to see my boy get bounced off the ground like a basketball. Dumas is bouncing him. He's hitting him and he's like bouncing off. You know how hard you have to get hit to bounce off the ground? The ground has no give. Goodness gracious. But yeah, that's where we left off. Let's hop in. 208. Let's do the damn thing. Bouncing off the damn ground is insane. He's doing 540s. This boy had a combo where he's coming in, he's like axe kicking, doing this, spinning, transformation, Shinsu, this, and Dumas is just like, straight right. Straight right. And that's like Bomb is sitting here going crazy. He's like processing all these different abilities, and Dumas is that's it. And Bomb is like, God, oh my God. Just a straight right, just boom, blows him up. I love it. I love it. I forgot about the hammer fist, the axe fist. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh man, and then just the complete dissociation. The boy's head bounced off the ground. Planking. Is that Leviathan? There we go. We know that Bomb's not able to use a lot of Leviathan. So here, Leviathan. I didn't realize you were so big. What do you mean, kid? Everything you see here is you. Like, yes, Bomb. Like, have you forgotten that you yourself was a black hole, boy? What? All of this is me? Battle in the Heart Chamber 2. That's right. Surprisingly, this place appears to be inside you. Aside from Traumerei Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, I've never seen such an enormous place either. Yeah. It's just I like what they're doing. I have to say this, right? I like what they're doing. From the moment he stepped in, like he started having this conversation with Leviathan, everything has been black. It's kind of like a way how I'm taking this from this point on is from this point on how I'm taking it. It's not how it actually is, right? Because we're changing perspectives and everything. But how I'm taking it from that point until we leave this area, everything that's dark is Bomb. When it says all of this and there's just nothing. You scroll and then there's just nothing. It's just it feels like it's done on purpose to show that we're still scrolling. And Bomb is just dark. Like the title screen comes in and it goes back to darkness. That means we're back inside of Bomb. So it's like, it's enormous. For this kind of being to be like, I've never seen something like this outside of Traumerei. It's crazy. Hold on. Aside from Traumerei Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, I've never seen such an enormous place either. Shinsu Black Hole Sphere? Yeah, you know that ability of his. Perhaps Traumerei himself is the ability. Okay. The 3 sea dragons that he commands were all born from eggs created by him. Okay. I'm not sure why, but he shared a great deal with us. Interesting. Very interesting. His feelings, his desires, his power. That's what I don't want to hang up on this. I want to keep reading, but that's very interesting. His feelings, his desires, his power, and his memories. There might not be anything left inside him. In a sense, we're part of Traumerei. This is reminding me of another series I'm reading. What matters most is that I'm inside you. And somehow you're capable of containing a being like me. I wasn't going to help you unless you were fighting Traumerei, but I guess I don't have a choice now. Get up. I was about to say, I wonder if we're going with that, I will grant you Traumerei's power. I could jack it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I could jack this. Whenever this was being said, I'm like, so that means we're about to get the clean shortcut, the boost up our irregular status. Right? Since the beginning of the series, the only way I was able to understand it was they came into the tower way stronger than Bomb when he came into the tower. That's why there's such a disparity between them. Shortcut. I'm here for it. I don't care. Shortcut. Let's do it. I will grant you Traumerei's power. Right? It's twitching. Close that fist. Yeah, close that fist. You survived once more, I see. I'm glad you're so determined to live. This means I didn't disobey the family leader's orders after all. Glad you're still worried about that. Ooh, okay. Now, when Leviathan says I'll grant you his power, is this Bomb still in control, or is Leviathan currently puppeting Bomb's body? Well, let's see. That don't look like natural movements to me. That doesn't look like natural movements to me. The eyes are white. Yeah, no. They're twisting. The horns are twisting. Is he gonna become a no? Shut up. Oh, that's pretty cool. Whoa. It's pretty cool. My thing I was gonna say was the horns twisting the horns are twisting together. Is he gonna get one big horn, like one big purple horn? What's that? Have you unlocked some sort of new form? You're smaller than I thought. Oh, this looks crazy as hell. His horns look like DNA, like a DNA strand. He's got like this raw Shinsu. I don't even know what to call these with the Leviathan hooks. I'm not sure if it's because I'm up in the air now, but he looks much smaller than he did earlier. I was gonna ask, like, what did he mean by this? Like, you're smaller than I thought. It's like Bomb's like, I'm flying now. Yes, you look tiny. You look tiny. It's like, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's because I'm up in the air now, but he looks much smaller than he did earlier. Small? Or maybe it would be more accurate to say that I see him for what he really is now. Just like being a piece of Gaston, like not actually being like an actual person. You're learning to overcome your fear. I'm beginning to see him more clearly. The more I see, You're learning to overcome your fear. That's one of the qualities of a true warrior. The more I realize just how powerful Dumas really is. He's extremely powerful. I'm just starting to see Dumas's tremendous strength. Even with Leviathan's power, I wouldn't stand a chance in a head-on fight with him. I'm glad we clarify that. I could take these things, right? If you give me something that I could just like understand and latch onto before you then circumvent me and then have whatever I don't want to happen actually happen, give me a reason that I can help and fight back. And now the situation has taken an unexpected turn. So Dumas needed to assess Bomb's new source of power. For now, let me try something. I was wondering, because it looked like they were coming from his back, but they are just kind of floating there. I thought they were coming from his back for whatever reason. I don't even know what to call them. Like, do I call them fangs? Teeth? What do I call them? Because Leviathan's mouth is here, and then those, like, they come out like this. Claws? Okay. It reminds me of, matter of fact, this reminds me of Yama. No? I want to go scroll back up. This reminds me of Yama. Doesn't it kind of, it's reminiscent of Yama, where Yama has like those, I forgot what they're called, with the things that like form up above him when he's like slowly progressing through his transformation. That's what it reminds me of. I have an image of it. I'd have to find it. I don't want to take too long. It should be right about here when he gets teleported. Like this. Like it reminds me of like this in a sense. Where it's like he has like these extra transformation things. And it's like extra, like, I don't even know like how to say it. And they're like a part of like his transformation. And as he stages his way through it, like they gain more power and stuff. That's what it feels like. Let me get back to where I was. Sorry. For now, let me try something. And then he starts attacking, and Bomb does his little, opens his mouth like, shut up. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. We're going with like the double helix, like motif. Skip, please. Skip, please. I don't know what the hell is happening, but it looks cool. It looks sick. Is that a bow? That's Bomb's thing is he likes to shoot stuff. He likes to shoot stuff. He does. Damn, is that the output? I was going to say, that's the output he's shooting out? No, okay. I'm on board. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. It's a big ass arrow. It's a big ass arrow. See, with the advent of this, I want more creativity. I want more creativity with like Leviathan. If he's gonna start accessing Traum's power, I want him to start playing with it. Pause. I want him to start like doing different cools. Different cools. I'm not even speaking English anymore. I want him to do different cool things. Am I supposed to like make the correlation of like that stuff coming out of his back, what are supposed to be like the wings, kind of remind me of Enkidu? This attack isn't nearly just visual wise. This attack isn't nearly strong enough to defeat Dumas, and Bomb was well aware of that. So what are we doing? Laying down like cover fire? There's no way that an attack like this could possibly deal a critical blow to him. But that's not what Bomb was trying to achieve with this volley of arrows. What Bomb wanted to create was the right timing. So it was cover. Wary of Bomb's new power. Where'd the narrator come from all of a sudden? Dumas sought to test it out. Or test it. I'm adding words. Although the power posed no serious threat to him, Dumas realized that it could be a nuisance. He's bleeding. And in that brief moment, Bomb closed the distance between them and seized his chance to attack. He got up on him like that. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty clean. Leviathan wrapped around his arm. It's like the Leviathan energy wrapped around his arm as he has a Leviathan bow. It was then that Dumas realized something instinctively. He had made... Are we going to go mistake, miscalculation, a mistake? No! But it was too late. It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. Leave him alone, Bomb. He did damage, though. The wound is shallower than I thought. I need to follow up with another attack. Who's to say that Dumas is going to let you do this? The attack was more powerful than I expected. I know I can dodge or block the same attack again if he the same attack if he tries it again. But what does that matter? There are countless examples in history of warriors whose downfall began with the smallest cut resulting from a moment of distraction. I'm having deja vu. This is unbearable. I am the family leader's own writing. How could I, of all people, make such a foolish mistake? Oh, Bomb. Oh, Bomb. I'm so torn. Have I said that before? He's trying to block it with his bare hands. I think he did. Look at him. Goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Your shirt's off. He's serious. I'm so ashamed. It's my own fault for relying on my thick armor for too long. I've become weak as a result, and this is my punishment. I should be grateful to him. He's about to dog walk my boy. Oh no. And I let myself get too soft and weak. But thanks to that boy's punishment, I've come to my senses. For the dog walk my boy. No! Dumas was running around dogging. He's running around dogging individuals and has said, I've been taking it easy. My senses are dulled. There hasn't been a moment since he's been introduced that it felt like he's been slipping. And he's like, I'm slipping. Oh, he's about to dog walk my boy. Oh no. They gave him the pew 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 sound effects. It's over. He gets dash and he's going crazy. You seem to have forgotten that I'm a spear bearer as well. Oh God. This panel's crazy. Yo, he got there really quick. He got there really fast. Who typed wish in the middle of the screen? I know it's supposed to probably be like this. Wish. They're really close to be shooting out like big attacks like this. They're right on top of each other. It's got all them damn things out. That's bomb. Bombs touch ground. Okay. Now he's trying to create distance. He's trying to create distance. There's no way you just get pinged in the back of the head like this. Something's about to happen. After becoming aware of Leviathan's transform power, this is the second moment Bomb was waiting for. I was about to say, I'm like, there's no way that Bomb's about to just get pinged in the back of his head. Another chance to attack. Oh, even Dumas is shocked too. Oh, okay. Don't touch him, Bomb. Leviathan transformation. Don't touch him. Leviathan's 4 claws. Man, I want next chapter right now. Damn it. I want next chapter right now. Because they about to throw hands. Oh, man. I want next chapter right now. They throwing hands. Don't stop it when they start actually about to throw hands. Bomb gave the bow. He's about to start throwing hands. I need that. The range fighting was cool and all, but I want to see them fisticuffs. That's what I. Damn it. I like the chapter. All that being said and done, I like the chapter. I want to see them slug it out. I want to see how Bomb's gonna try to avoid getting crushed by Dumas. That's what I want to see. Hold on, let me scroll up. I've been putting stuff, and I've been locked in. Yeah. Leviathan's mandibles, okay. Thinking how cool it'd be if you can make a bow. There we go, yeah. I'll say it's possible Traum's power is weaker if he doesn't have Leviathan, but only problem I have is that Leviathan did mention that Traum couldn't control him and sealed him in the suspendium with the So if Traum can control him, would it mean he is weaker now than before? Like Leviathan said that the 3 dragons were like I can't remember all the adjectives that he gave, all the describer words, but they're all like parts of his power. So I'm kind of, in a weird way, I'm just thinking out loud. That reminds me of the Fang situation, right? The Fang being split up into 3. It reminds me of that. It also reminds me of Gastong writing all of his different like children. So like how Dumas is a specific thing, and Dumas is really freaking strong. So it reminds me of like a mixture between those two, more so the Fang, because the beast can come from Traumerei, right? I think they're a creation from him. So like the Fang thing reminds me of that, where it's like that power is split up, and the individual still can be strong even though that power is split up. But if the power is then accumulated, they would be fantastically strong. So I'm wondering if this is like somewhat of a, because these dragons hold so much power, is it more so of a they kind of in a way defy his ability to control them, similar to like Wang Wang, similar to what we assume Yama to be now that he has all 3 fangs. I wonder if it's something like that with these 3 dragons, where it's like they kind of have too much power and they don't fall under his influence or whatever like that. That's what I'm thinking. Any idea who this narrator is? I don't know. The narrator just kind of came out of nowhere. White boxes waver back and forth between an omniscient narrator and Dumas. I wish it would be clearer, because I don't know. This is like the first time I've experienced it where, like, if you're not paying attention to perspective, then you could be lost. But they usually like differentiate between black boxes and white boxes. So like if someone's speaking in their mind, it'll be white speech bubbles, but then black boxes for their mental thoughts. It's never been like white box on top of white box on top of white speech bubble. So I feel like they could have done it a little differently. Or maybe that's just like an issue with redrawers or something. See, I have this hunch that the omniscient narrator, it reminds me of I have this hunch that the omniscient reader could be Fanta, with him being an Axis and all, but that's just me thinking. Until Fanta is explicitly like introduced in the series, I kind of just like don't even bring him up anymore. I don't think about him. I'm assuming that the redrawer gets a version with translation notes like that, but they forgot to delete the note after redrawing the sound effect. Yeah. So Leviathan does get a transformation. I would assume so. I'm assuming that any beast or any animal that comes from Traumerei has the ability to transform. That's just an assumption, because I don't know. That's how I'm thinking. I don't know. That's how I'm thinking. It could be wrong. Absolutely wrong. I think only Leviathan can defy him. Well, let me scroll back up to that really quick. Mom had black mental bubbles. I think so. I do think they could have gone with white boxes for narrator, white bubbles for Dumas, but then black boxes for mental dialogue or something like that. I don't know. You could have done something like that. Switch it up. Or maybe Leviathan is the only one that chose to defy him. Others actively chose to serve and obey Traum. But it feels like I think it's more so of it feels like Leviathan is the one that gets the memory, so it would make sense if Leviathan is the one that defies. Because Leviathan's like, bro, why are you making me eat all these nasty things? I'm tired of you. It could be something like that. Go up a little higher. I think it'd be weird if he gave all the dragons his memories, right? I think that would be weird. So it would make sense that Leviathan, the one that gets his memories, would be the one to defy. The 3 sea dragons that he commands were all born from eggs created by him. Not sure why, but he shared a great deal with us. His feelings, his desires, his powers, and his memories. There might not be anything left inside him. In a sense, we're part of Traumerei. I think Traum's character just continues to get more and more interesting because that could be a thing too, Maltz. Like, Traum's character continues to get more interesting to me because when he's first introduced and you get to see him from other characters' flashbacks, he just seems like some freak that just is so brutally cold. And then we get the recent flashback and we see that at one point he was in love. We get to see like what he was like when he was younger. And then we get to see like him like begin to spiral due to the influence of Jahad and all these different things. And in this weird way, how I'm viewing his character, the more I'm like reading and learning about him. So when I'm hearing Leviathan say like these 3 sea dragons he commands were all born from eggs created by him, and Leviathan isn't even sure why he shared so much. Like, he shared feelings, desires, powers, and his memories. So depending on when he had these dragons, we still don't know when in his climb he would have gotten Leviathan. And in the other dragons, we don't know when he would have had them. But I read this feelings, desires, powers had to be before they made their contract and they made the deal to kind of like forget things and not to have those attachments and all those. So it feels like these dragons were, like you're saying, like his therapist. Anything that he didn't like, he went to them. Anything like he because it damn sure, like, he went to his friends as well. We got to see right, we got to see bits and pieces of like how he converses with his friends. And it's not necessarily that he tells them things. It's more so of they talk at him and then their statements gets him to then open up, because they were poking and prodding at him after the failed proposal and he wasn't saying anything, and they kept talking and then he started talking. So it feels like these sea dragons could possibly be, when he wants to talk, he goes to them. When he wants to get rid of the memories, he goes to Leviathan. When he wants to like explain this, he doesn't go to people. We already know that he don't trust people. He goes to his monsters, and these dragons seem like they're at the top, the tippity top of the things that he cares about the most, seemingly, possibly, maybe, who knows. So I wonder, like, what's so special about the dragons? Because I don't remember much much emphasis. Excuse me. I don't remember there being much emphasis put on the sea dragons with Traumerei's relationship with them before this. Like the Leviathan stuff, yes. But to me, what this feels like, and it's a weird thing to feel this way, is it genuinely feels like Traum is trying to run from everything that comes with being a family head without actually running from it. So it's like Traumerei, yes, as an individual, is still present, still a family head, still powerful, and still has these goals and whatever Jahad got him to walk through when they were younger to get him to now. But in a way to just kind of like dissociate or run from it, he has all of these different stopgaps that he can just completely ignore his own feelings and pour them into other things while still being in control, and he doesn't have to worry about them. That's the more I learn about Traum, the more I start to feel that way. I start to feel like Traum inside is that little kid in the forest that just ran around just like grabbing fish out of the water and just not really having a care of the world, it seemed like. Like, it feels like that's who he wants to be. And everything else that came along with this climb is like been added on top of him, and he's just finding different things to push these different emotions and all of these things away. That's what, like, it feels that way. It really does feel that way. It really does feel that way. Instead, like Traum, whenever everything was happening with Amizu, instead of Traum like either taking responsibility or doing these things, he just ran from it. He ran from it. He lied about it, made Leviathan take the memories away, and he ran. Made sure that everything was locked away. No one's ever gonna go back and look for these things. I don't want to deal with this. And it's not even like I was thinking initially it was malicious, but now I'm starting to feel like it's not malicious. I'm starting to feel like this is just like an individual that's just running. That's what it feels like to me. Like he's just no. I'm not dealing with that. He's just like he's trying to get away from everything, but he can't. He's kind of stuck. So I don't. That's the more I'm learning about him, the more I'm like, I feel like I'm seeing him for like this little kid. I don't know. Let me go back. The Omega symbol appears on the ones he's forcing to obey. Yeah, it's a good call. Trauma dumping. I always see who's trying to do too many things at once with Traumerei's character, and it's only giving us a shallow look at some of it. I think there's gonna be one defining moment that makes everything click. I think we're not there yet. CU's doing a CU thing where he's beating around the bush. They, them, he, hit, there, but all that. Everything that CU likes to do, he's doing that right now with Traum. And I feel like when like the initial hit happens and we figure like the final that big piece falls into place, I think his character will make sense. Because right now we're in this weird space of I don't know really. I feel like we're at the same spot where like with Traum's character, for me, how I'm looking at it, the same way we were at that weird stopgap with Yasratcha's character when he's first introduced. He's a piece of trash. He looks really cool. He's a piece of trash. I don't really like him. And then it's like things are hinted, and then we get like a part of a flashback, and it's like, why would he even do that? It's weird. And we're at like this weird stopgap until we get the next flashback, and then the next flashback ends up being the one that explained his and Wang Wang's relationship, and then his character makes sense. So it feels like we're there with Traum's character, where it's like we have information, we see how he used to be, and then we get a flashback, and it's like, huh? What's going on? And it feels like we need the next piece, and the next piece will be like, oh, I feel like that's where we are right now with this character. That's where it feels. That's where how I'm viewing it. Where it feels like. It's crazy as how at the beginning we're all like, Enryu can create life, insane, and meanwhile it seems like every family head can create life. Yeah, maybe this is like an irregular thing, and individuals that can come from outside and inside, if they have whatever. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Maybe that could be something that's a learned skill between them. Yeah, he still has the other two dragons under his control, so it's not like he doesn't have that power anymore, right? You think we've seen other two dragons? I think, let me pull up the folder. I think that this dragon is the other dragon. I know I have a screenshot of it because I used it in the thumbnail, I want to say. Where you at? Yvonne Kell, Bow and Arrow, Cha, Arya, White, Shinsu Rain, Eating, Jahad. Oh, I titled those wrong. Those should be season 2. Where you at? Ren. Where's that dragon at? I know I took a screenshot of it because it's like purple reddish. Where's it at? Rock, Mazino, Umas, Enkidu. Did I not go back far enough? Some more rock flashback. Hold on. I know I took a screenshot of this. Where is it? Timeout. I know I did. There's no way I didn't. All right, so I'm started season 3. We got Paul, Yama, Transformation, Super Saiyan 4 Yama, Dawan, White, Yvonne Kell, Paul, Wall, Jahad, August Gus and Love, Yasratcha, Hots, Sola, Yasratcha, Bomb and White Fight, Yvonne Kell, Sicarius. Dog, it should be somewhere in here, no? This. There we go. It's this. I was about to say, I'm like, I know I took a screenshot of it because I used it for a thumbnail. The Enraged Rapid. That's what this is, right? And the Omega symbol is on the Rapid's eye. That's what I'm assuming. Because the Enraged Rapid looked mad powerful. What's up, Amir? Makes sense. Just forgot all the crimes. Yeah. The essence of Traum's character is he runs from everything responsible and bad stuff that happens to him. Yeah. I don't think the Poison Dragon counts as a Sea Dragon. Rapid and Vanquish, I think. Dumas no diffed Vanquish, and given that Leviathan's power is helping Bomb so much against Dumas, I'm assuming Vanquish isn't one of the 3 Sea Dragons. Bomb couldn't copy Day. I don't think he could have. Leviathan said he's the arrogant king of all sea creatures. So it might be more of a Traum couldn't tame him because he was too arrogant and he gave up. It could be that. It could be that. I think I don't know. Didn't Vanquish melt off Dumas's arms? See, I don't have a screenshot of that, but I wish I did. I know for a fact I don't. Let me keep looking. Because that would be the Serpent Master, Tiara Mate, Yuri, Stong. This is when Traum showed up with all his more Traum stuff. More Traum stuff. Still looking. No, I don't think I have a screenshot of Vanquish. I don't. I got Tiara's Dragon, but I don't have a screenshot of that. Terrible job, me. Terrible job. Let myself down. Rapid and Leviathan are the 2 Sea Dragons we know. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. I'm thinking that the Enraged Rapid, Leviathan, and there's probably one more. Because the Enraged Rapid did feel like mad formidable whenever we seen it. It felt unstoppable. Bam, bam. Dumas could be Gastong's equivalent of a Sea Dragon. Could be. Dumas is mad strong. Mad busted. Like mad busted. Like I'm glad that it was even stated when Bomb's like, yo, I'm sitting here, I have Leviathan's power. I couldn't win. Like I like that, and we need to take advantage of moments. But I appreciate that. Where it's like I need to take advantage of moments. If I could take advantage of moments, there's a chance. Albeit we've never said how big the chance was, but there's a chance. I do wonder though what Dumas is gonna do. I do wonder. because I don't think it's gonna be easy. Sea dragons are Traum's memories and powers, and Dumas's Kastang's writing and power. What are the odds Jahad did something similar to this with the boss / Captain Kadaka and Wangnan? Maybe. Possibly. It's possible. Very much so. Like they're different, like they're different manifestations of him. Very possible. Traumerei had the Acorn Workshop make the beastskin because the tower rules say that humans can't be controlled, so Traum wanted to invent people who could be controlled by using animal genetics. Thank you. Thank you. It reminds it. So when Leviathan says that the dragon eggs were created by Traum, are we assuming that Traum made them, or are we assuming that Traum went through a similar method? Do we think that? Like, are we thinking that? Because I'm looking at this, and these eggs are here. I'm assuming that these eggs were created in the red light district. If it's still out back. And I'm looking at this now, him being like physically here, I would assume that these could be manifestations of his own will and not through the workshop, through his own efforts. But I'm looking at this and hold on. When did Traumerei when did he get, hold on. I'm sitting here thinking, hold on. Am I overthinking this? At the end of the flashback, Traumerei turned to Leviathan and gave his memories to Leviathan. Why are we, if I'm to assume that these 3 eggs are the 3 dragons and Leviathan is in one of these eggs, why does Traum look like how he presently looks? Did Traum go through phases where he cut his hair, let it grow, cut his hair, grow, let it grow? When the hell did he pick up this big jacket? Because he didn't wear clothes like this before. That's what I'm saying. I had to sit back for a second. I'm like, is this just like a mess up? A continuity mess up? Like, should he be drawn mad young here and not drawn presently? Because I'm like, this goes against everything that we've seen for the last couple while. Also crazy that the 2 workshops we know of are Acorn and Pine Needle, and Bomb's name means chestnut. That is, and remember that they kept floating around the idea that Bomb was a what's his face, and like he got put into the workshop battle as an ignition weapon and all that good stuff. Yeah, you could play around with that. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be inside Traum, like Levi was inside Bomb, and said Traum's space was similar. You think so? But still, this visual doesn't make any sense. Even if like what you're saying is correct, this visual still doesn't make sense for that. If one of if Leviathan is one of these eggs, even if what you're saying is correct, it doesn't make sense. I think this could just be a visual error, where this is like this probably should be. Hold on, where's my folder at? This image of Traum standing here right here should be, where you at? Damn it, where you at? I'm struggling. Where's this boy at? It should be this Traum. Just scroll to the bottom, ding dong. It should be this Traum standing there. It should be young Traum, not present Traum. If it's not a mistake, then it would mean that Leviathan isn't one of the three. Yeah, if it's not a mistake, then it means Leviathan isn't one of the three dragons. I'm not talking about Traum's appearance. I'm just saying I think it's the same because it has the same star-like effect. It could be. Still don't make no sense, but it could be. I think it's either a visual error or Leviathan is special and even older than the three, but the translation messed up by making it seem like he was a part of the three. And honestly, it could be either, it could be that. It could be, I think it could be what you're saying. It's either an error or Leviathan is even, it can be an error. Leviathan is mistaken on how special he is, or it's a translation mistake. It's one of the three. It's one of the three. But then this is making me think as well. I wanted to say this when I was reading through it, but I didn't want to stop again. So it's like the three sea dragons that he commands were all born from eggs created by him. And I wanted to say this as I was reading it, and I didn't. I'm not sure why, but he shared a great deal with us. His feelings, desires, his power, and his memories. Leviathan said 4 things. Right? He said 4 things. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, okay, if he gave his feelings to one dragon, his desires to another dragon, his power to another dragon, his memories to another dragon, if we just take it as literal as that, then there should be 4. So maybe it was Leviathan and then the 3 dragons. So, and then if we're going off of this, Leviathan, we know, has been around for a while because Leviathan was around for the flashback. So we know Leviathan's been around for a while, probably the oldest. And if Traum then made these eggs for these other dragons, I think that would make sense too if Leviathan was separate from the 3, because to our knowledge, Traum has control of these 3 dragons, but he doesn't have control of Leviathan. So however he got Leviathan, he went through a different method with them. I don't know. It could be something like that as well. Or it could just be not literal, and it's Bomb visualization. I pushed back on that. Bomb read the story. Bomb has a book in his head. He should know. So I pushed back on it. Bomb should know. He has, like, the song had to go into his head to get the memories. So I pushed back on it. I pushed back on that one. I was picking up what you were putting down until I'm like, wait, he started reading that book, so he should know. He says us, so he's including himself among the 3. Yeah. It could be that Leviathan isn't included as one of the 3 because Traum couldn't control him. I think all 3 have all 4 things though, because Leviathan has at least both memories and powers. Yeah. I thought the same. Leviathan looks somehow like a small administrator. It's a good call. I thought the same, but then I thought he just gave a little to all 3. But Levi just gets the memories because he was unlucky or lucky, depending on how you look at it. Could be that Leviathan isn't included as one of the 3 because Traum couldn't control him, but there are actually 4. I'm starting to think of that. It can still be a visual representation of the current Traum. I think as we're talking more about it, I think I'm on the idea of there are 4 dragons. That's what I'm thinking. There are 4. Leviathan is the oldest. Leviathan is the one he couldn't control. That's why Leviathan got locked away. But then he's like, wait, does Traum remember Leviathan? Does he remember Leviathan? He does remember Leviathan, right? Because I was about to be like, wait a second. Traum does remember Leviathan. So it's one of these things where matter of fact, could Leviathan have gone through something similar? Not like the same exact thing, but could this be a similar relationship that Traum and Enkidu had? where Leviathan was around. Leviathan and Traum were cool. Traum kept going to Leviathan with these memories, not treating him right, whatever we want to say, whatever we could come up with. Right? Whatever we could come up with. And then it got to the point where Leviathan got bitter and angry, and Traum was like, I can't control you, I'm locking you away. And kind of like locked them away and threw away the key. And then was like, I liked having dragons though, and made 3 dragons that he actually could control. And Leviathan includes them with that because what's his face? I feel like that makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that makes sense, that there are 4 dragons. There could be a bunch of dragons, but there are 4 dragons that are really strong. And we know Traum has an issue with not being able to control things. So the fact that he's not able to control Wang Wang, he does everything we've seen in the Wang Wang flashback. He's not able to control Leviathan, but Leviathan has the memories, so he can't kill Leviathan. He locks Leviathan away. So, Imizu can't be controlled. He freaks out, has Enkidu kill Imizu. So that's so it would, like, Leviathan falls into this reoccurring theme of entities that get screwed because Traum can't control it. See, you could have left that panel to an assistant, but yeah, I'm thinking the same. The translation just messed up by saying we, making it seem like Leviathan is 1 of 3. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, every time they mention the 3 dragons, don't they state 3 dragons controlled directly used by Traum? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Right here. The 3 sea dragons that he commands were all born from eggs created by him. But it's just like where it throws you for a loop is the very next bubble. Right? The very next bubble. I'm not sure why, but he shared a great deal with us. So it would make, like, off initial read, I'm like, oh, so Leviathan must be 1 of the 3. But then I'm like, if I'm taking this image as literal, if older Traum made these eggs, Leviathan can't be 1 of the 3, because Leviathan has been around literally since before they were family heads. Like, they had not yet accepted the title of family head, and Leviathan was around. I don't know. I think y'all on a wild goose chase and Levi's 1 of the 3. I don't know. This doesn't make sense. I would rather go on the goose chase than believe that this is some weird mental image. Because mental image for Traum doesn't make sense to me. Because how many chapters ago was this? How many chapters ago? Right here. Where is it? Is it this chapter? Or is it the next one? The next one. I'd much rather just say that it's an error. Because right here, this is young Traumerei after the events of Imizu, before they were family heads with Leviathan. So I'd much rather be like, this is just a mistake. Traum should have been drawn younger, he was drawn older, and it wasn't clarified. I'd rather do that, or I'd rather be like, Leviathan's been around for a while. Older Traum made dragons because he couldn't control the dragon that he did have. That makes sense to me. I think that fits. I think that it just fits the whole Traumerei, like, motif. We have multiple examples of the thing he couldn't control get screwed. Enkidu, he couldn't control Enkidu, screwed. Wang Wang couldn't control Wang Wang, screwed. Imizu couldn't control Imizu, screwed. Leviathan couldn't control Leviathan, screwed. So it could be 3 dragons and Leviathan, or it's a mistake. I think I'd rather just be cool with this being a mistake. Both are cool. I like both because both makes us think a lot. But if it's just a mistake, this could just be a redraw it, update it, done. That's what I'm thinking. Just redraw, update it, done. Especially if it's pointed out. There's been plenty of times. I don't know how this goes for manhwa necessarily, but I know there's been plenty of times reading manga when the mangaka will draw the chapter, release a chapter, the fans will be like, hey, this don't make sense because of X, Y, and Z. And then the author's like, you know what? You're right. Damn, I forgot I made a mistake. They fix it so when the volume comes out, it's the fix and not what released on the weekly. So it could just be that. I don't know how that works for manhwa, for webtoons and stuff like that, but this could be an easy just redraw. Just fix this, redraw it, take this out, dump young Traum in, call it done. I don't know. That's why we need the prequel about their climb. I'm telling you. I don't think. Dude, my phone's blowing up. Raw Korean does say us when Leviathan's talking, so I guess he's one of the three. And the drawing is just a mistake. Ow. Okay. Or Leviathan has power to take memories. But it just clicked to me that Bomb has the powers of taking memories. Yeah, like Bomb has all these memories too. But we still don't know if Bomb read all of it. I think the last time we heard about it, was Bomb said that he started reading it. That's the last time we heard Bomb mention anything about absorbing like the stuff from Gastong's book. Right? Because he was talking to Robodon. He was like, well, I started it, and he said something about like what Gastong is doing. We know Levi told him all of Traum's. We don't know about Gastong's though. Yeah, it's like we have no idea like what he got from Gastong's. But if he has Traum's, then he would have the truth. Or maybe Levi's just saying he was there while Traumerei talked to the eggs. It could be. That's what I'm saying. It could be. Like it legit could just be. It could be a drawing error, and older Traum in that panel should be younger Traum. Or it would like Leviathan was around, because we don't know when Leviathan got locked away. I think I don't know. Well, Leviathan was locked away by the time the Wang Wang flashback happens, but I don't have time perspective to know when that is in the timeline. I feel like that's more current than all the way back then. So it's like, and we don't know when these eggs were in the timeline either. So we don't know when Leviathan gets locked away necessarily. Yeah, it's like we know he had his mask. So it's like it's very vague because it's hard to know when Traum got his mask. We don't know when he picked that up. We don't even know what the hell the mask is for. So I don't know. It's one of those, it could be either or. It could be mistake. It probably is mistake. I do like the idea of Leviathan not being able to be controlled. So Traum's like, I'm gonna make some dragons and I'm gonna be able to control them though. I do like that. I'm also wondering now, when did Did Leviathan say that? Hold on. Scrolling back up again. Or scrolling down. Surprisingly, this place appears to be inside you. Aside from Traumerei Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, I've never seen such an enormous place either. I'm starting, like, is this a regular thing? Like, this big vast empty void, is this an irregular thing? Because I would assume Leviathan wouldn't be aware of how all the other family heads are, like, inside of them, because he wouldn't have been with them. And he didn't know about the inside of, he didn't know about Bomb's inner space until he got in there. You think it's tied to the Shinwanryu? Maybe. That's a good call. So I'm thinking, that's why it made me think of that. But this right here, aside from Traumerei Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, aside from Traumerei Shinwanryu, I've never seen such an enormous place either. Yeah, you know that ability of his. Perhaps Traumerei himself is the ability. He's talking about this. It's just that's an interesting way to word it too. Perhaps he himself is the ability. So then that, like, if Leviathan is saying that, would that mean that at some point in time Leviathan could have been, I'm trying to find the panel. Leviathan could have been one of those monsters that was inside of his orb or something? Like when he released his orb and he orbed all over the place. Like, that means Leviathan at one point could have been something that came from his orb, from his Shinwanryu attack. Dude, I've been struggling trying to find panels. That means that at some point in time he could have been in this. I'm trying to find another panel. I know I have it. I think I have it. I don't have it. I thought I did. I thought I did because I thought I used it for a thumbnail. It's in this. I don't know. I thought I had it. But I don't. I'm doing a terrible job. Oh, wait a second. Where you at? Where you at? Damn it. I have the panel like right before it. Hold on. Hold on. Right? Am I being a goofy goober? Or is Leviathan's referring to this, right? Yeah. I thought I took a screen. I thought I got that. I thought I did, but I did not. So that means Leviathan would have been in this at some point in time. Here we go. I want to know more about the Traumerei is the ability statement. Yes. I think it's tied to the Shinwanryu somehow. I think the void is supposed to represent their potential, and the Irregular's potential are just so huge. Yeah. What's up, Lagos? He must have been in there at some point. Maybe Traum just had control of Leviathan for a while until he grew as powerful as he is, or he lost control as he fed him memories. I like that. That makes sense. Maybe a regular Shinwanryu is an individualized power for each, with an inner world like bombs in a way. But what's interesting is, no, the first time we would have seen his inner world would have been when he was going through the rice pot, right? The rice cooker. Yeah, you talking about this? Let's, like, are we talking about this? Because it was this and this. Hold on. You talk. I wanted to see if I could get a better look, but forgot Traumerei. How did I forget? Yasratcha looked like Deoxys. I want to read this. Timeout. Because I've been I didn't know where this was. I always remembered this, but I could never remember what chapter it came from. So regular bomb, is it ever since it became known? I always reference this too. First, ever since it became known that you are in the tower, some of the other family heads and I have been discussing what to do with you. Some said we should kill you, while others said you should be protected. And some said we shouldn't bother someone climbing the tower according to the rules like you. I guess your presence here in the tower has caused a bit of a rift among us. This is Gaston. Whose hand is this? This is Edon, right? I guess your presence here in the tower has caused a bit of a rift among us. Jahad didn't want to see us divided any longer, so he didn't take any direct action aside from giving orders to the army. Being the king, Jahad no doubt wants to find the best possible solution for everyone. But some of the 10 Grey family leaders made it clear that they want conflict. And so the question of what to do with you became an entirely different issue. The situation became such that even the family heads got involved directly. In order to stop the conflict, the king gave 3 orders to get rid of you. But unfortunately, you're still alive. If the king had a clear opinion on the matter, I would go along with it. But since that's not the case, I'm taking all the family heads' opinions into consideration. That's why I agreed to the proposal to summon you here. Like some of the family heads said, I didn't think it would matter if you died here. And like others said, I also thought it wouldn't hurt to spare you if you managed to survive here. Because if you survive this battle, it means you're worthy of serving me. That's right. If I decide you're useful, you can serve me. And if not, I'll kill you. That's how I work. Unfortunately, the conflict isn't showing any signs of stopping. And now it's gotten to the point that a clash among the families is unavoidable. As a result, your role in all of this is quite important. It's only natural that you'd serve me if I decide you're useful to me. But those from the outside, like us, shouldn't be treated like animals. I know, I'm holding someone dear to you hostage, but I've decided to consider you an equal. I decided to consider you an equal as a human being. Grammar. And extend my hand to you. Would you like to join our family? I want you to join our family and become one of us. There's no better way to solidify a political relationship than through marriage. I'm sure you'll be of great use to me if you survive this battle. What's the chapter that we came back from hiatus where him and Jahad talk? I always reference this chapter because I always remembered this. And I never could remember what chapter it was. Came looking for something else, found something else. What chapter is that? 551. Because I want to we've gone through the whole referencing other conversations during the flashback. My brain is going on the fritz right now. But never I've never referenced that conversation with the conversation him and Jahad had 51. I'm on 580. The conversation that him and Jahad had. This one. Just call me because of Kassan. That's right. I heard he said there's going to be a split soon. That's a declaration of war. I've been informed that you're gathering your armies on the battleship. Kassan seems to think that the latest Irregular in the tower might be someone special like us. What do you think, Traumerei? I'm not sure, but ever since I found out about that boy, I've started having nightmares again. I really want to test him. But if you don't want me to, no, that's alright. Go ahead and test him. I'll just say this, Traumerei. I hope this incident doesn't result in a conflict between the Jahad and Pobedao families. At the same time, the Kun, Ari, and Ha families are too powerful to get involved, which means, I understand, we'll deal with the Pobedao family. That's what you want, right? But on one condition. I want to check out the Irregular myself. I want to test him and find out if he really has the potential to become one of us. And if he does, then I'll use the Irregular in the war against Gaston. I'll marry him to a suitable partner from my family and make him my heir. Then I'll use him as a needle to target Gaston, not you, Jahad. Because that's how I work. Fine, as you wish. By the way, what kind of nightmares have you been having lately? Do you still not remember? No, I know they're nightmares, but I can never remember waking up, yada yada yada. I just want to reference this convo with this one. And for Jahad to have brought up the Ari, Ha, and the Kun family, I'm wondering, I feel like this is a conversation I had in the comments previously. Did I accidentally use the wrong one? No. I did. I used the wrong one. I wanted to go back to that panel. Damn it. History. This one, right? No, wrong one. History again. This one. This one. No. Next one? No. Damn it. I give up. But okay. I just wanted to reference it because there's 3 hands and there's 3 different point of views. Damn it. What chapter was that? It'd have to be the oldest one, no? It'd have to be, yeah, it'd have to be, no, it'd have to be after this one. This one. Right? Why would this chapter, hold on, am I just moving too fast? I'm moving too fast, aren't I? Why would this chapter have been in my history? I don't know. I give up. 34, 33, 205, 122. This one? This one! There we go. Process of elimination. But, I'm just trying to guess hands. That's all I'm trying to do. Where is that? Right here. I closed it out. I had it up. I'm a doofy. I just checked another translation. Leviathan says, yes, the power he uses. Maybe this is the same as Traumerei's, not Traum as in the ability. How am I supposed to? Am I supposed to take this as Gaston wanted to kill Bomb? Whoever's hand this is wanted to protect Bomb, and would so Gaston wanted to kill Bomb. If I'm supposed to take this as Yurinha, we know she loves Yuri. Yuri took a liking to the Irregular, so she would stick up for Bomb in these heated debates, and then Kun. If I'm to assume that this is Edon, where Edon's just like, let the boy do what he wants to. I don't know. Like that, just because we know that they described him as a. You think it will be Yarang? Could be. It definitely could be. Because it would make sense because this would be the family heads we would end up seeing eventually. I don't think the three hands are necessarily meant to be the three exact points. I'm like, it could not be, but I'm like, they show three hands specifically. I don't know. It could be the Mirror said that earlier too. It's Blossom, yeah, just the spike Gaston. But I agree. It seems like things Gaston, Yuden, and Edon would say. I think it's interesting. I do. Because it's like, if this is Yerang, it's like, all right, we have these 3 points. I feel like it's interesting that we have some said we should kill you, others said you should be protected, and some said we shouldn't bother someone climbing. Those are 3 points, but then it's like we have 3 different hands, but at the same time, Jahad then mentions later that we don't want these 3 families getting involved and all these different things. So it's like it feels like the family heads are clearly torn, but it's not as lopsided, right? It's not as lopsided as it could be. It's kind of like split damn near evenly, where maybe one of like the 3 strongest families each fall in line with one of those points, and then the other families either are closer with the family. So it's like when it says some say this, it's like this group says this, and this group says this, and this group says this. And because they're so undivided, Jahad's like, well, we can't come to a decision, so I'll just give the army 3 orders, and we'll do this until we figure it out. But then that's when Traumerei comes up with this idea that kind of appeases everyone, where it's like, if we want to kill him, I'll kill him if I can't get this to go. But if we do this, we could kind of guide him and do this, whatever the case it may be. Like, it's like everyone is kind of like appeased in a way with Traumerei's idea of how he was going to like present himself or impose himself onto Bomb. So it's interesting, very interesting. Just wondering, thinking out loud, thinking some stuff. They showed silhouettes of Gaston, Yuden, and on before that. They definitely did. So I'm pretty sure it's Yuden. They definitely did. Dog, I want more information about these damn family heads, man. I do. I want more information about these family heads. Killing me. We get like drip fed information about them. But now a question I'll ask is, I was thinking that Leviathan was like this special thing, but is there a chance that Bomb goes dragon collecting? Like, what if that happens? I don't know. This might be a stupid idea. Right? This might be a dumb idea. And I'm so ignorant when it comes to like One Piece and how the Yonko go. But whenever like it was like Luffy's a Yonko now, I remember being confused whenever someone told me that. What if we end up in this weird situation where, let's hypothetically say, I don't want this to happen at all by any means, but let's hypothetically say, what if Bomb goes dragon hunting and gets all of Traum's dragons, therefore getting a lion's share of Traum's power, and then Traum loses, and then all of a sudden Bomb is, I don't want to jump him automatically up to family head level, but he's officially one of the strongest beings in the tower, right? Not off of potential, because Bomb's one of the strongest beings in the tower, potentially, off of potential. But what if hypothetically he does steal this power and then actually jumps up and now has like a weird claim to be a family head in a sense? I know it doesn't work like that because they had their own special contracts that they did, but like symbolically he has like this line, like this claim to be a family head and can kind of sit at their table like that. I don't know, I'm just spitballing, I'm just throwing some stuff out. I don't want that to happen by any means. I want Bomb to slide into the leadership role and Fug. I'm calling it Fug now. All right, I'm calling it Fug now. But yeah, he would unironically or ironically be Traum's heir, like quite literally what Traum's plan was. But Traum would then be out of the picture. It in a way it kind of reminds me of like how I'm visualizing it would be similar to like a Kaneki Ken whenever he forms GOAT, where it's like maybe this boy shouldn't be in control of an entire organization, but he is. It could be something crazy like that where it's like, I don't know, it would be weird. It would be weird. I don't want that to happen. I want Bomb to like instate himself as like a Slayer, and I want them to start filling the other empty Slayer seats, and I want us to see some Slayers. So that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. It's just an idea that I'm just spitballing.